are, and there we go. We're letting go today, doing the best we can to appreciate what is and take the leap and turn the page. We can become so comfortable with what we have that it's hard to let go, even though it's not for the best, even though we don't have any other option, even though every bit of us screams that it's time to turn the page and do something different. Um, we're going to work on that together, letting go. We're going to roll the dice last time here in the old camper car. And hopefully we can have a good conversation with some old friends, meet some new ones. Omar, what's up, brother? Fond farewell to the old Galactic Avenger today. We got Pedal coming to give us a couple $100 for it. It's time to let go. We're going to reflect on letting go, Omar. How do you do so? Do you struggle with it at times? Let's see. Let's start a quick little survey here too, Omar. Hope you're doing well, brother. Start poll. Bam. There's our poll. Omar, a couple $100 to the next right thing. Yeah, it'll cover a little bit of our car rental that we need to get home. But I figured, why not one last little hurrah, one more cup of coffee. Feeling a little bit better today. As you can tell, the last few lives have been a little bit, haven't been as motivational or inspirational. But, we're going to find our way to, finding the way. Everything's exactly what it needs to be. It might not be what I think it should be, but that's all right. We got to take that step. Today's about taking the leap today, ladies and gentlemen. Today's about doing the thing, right? All these grand ideas on why I can do it tomorrow. Well, it's time to get up and do it today. And with that being said, like, share, subscribe. Let us know you did so. You can be one of the last rollers here in the Galactic Avenger. Find your way onto the ceiling of champions. Still thinking about cutting off the ceiling and taking it with us just because. But everything's coming full circle. We finally got the passenger seat back in. That was here at my brother's in Georgia. It's a little bit worse for wear, but if they don't complain about the rest of the car and they take it, then they're going to take it. I liked and subscribed and shared. Of course you did, Omar. Well, we appreciate you. And we got one dice today, so let's see. There's a $5 for Omar. Look at that. On to the ceiling of champions with you, good sir, Omar. Once again, littering our ceiling with your motivation and inspiration, signifying our ability to take the leap and do the thing, man. Stop fucking saying that you're going to do it, right? And just do it. Me included. So today I bit the bullet and I accepted the offer from Pedal to take my POS camper car off my hands to help me push forward. It's not easy letting go, especially as something that we have a connection with someone we care for who started their journey. I know that Jimmer would tell me to let go of this damn thing. We've got held together with zip ties and duct tape. For the bus, well, we got a whole lot of work going on in the bus when we get back, brother. The first plan is to put it to use, and hopefully we can find some painting jobs so we can get a decent car. Get help. Ronnie, that's what we're here for, Ronnie. You're willing to help us out. You're willing to roll the dice, signifying your ability to take a chance and do something different with yourself. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for help from our brothers and sisters. That's what we do here. We are the turtle herd. We lean on each other to the best of our ability. James, good sir. Very appropriate that you're here with us today in our last run, our last sip of coffee in the old camper car. Looks like we're getting picked up by Pedal here in between 3 and 8 o'clock tonight. $245, which will cover our rental car to get back to the house. Yeah. You struggle with letting go, James? I know that you'll give us an honest answer at times, maybe, right? We're all human. Letting go of certain things at certain times, even if it doesn't make any sense to hold on any tighter than we're already holding on. We tend to do so, right? James, yes, I do. Awesome, James. Well, I appreciate you backing me up, man, because this has been a real one. Kind of a struggle, but we got the car emptied out, got the heater taken off the back of it. If you want to check out the grand adventure with the hey there, Ben. It's good to see you, Ben. Stick around for a while. We're going to have a conversation about letting go. Maybe you can help us figure it out. You got a quote on letting go? We're going to roll the dice for you for that quote. Stick you out of the ceiling of champions. We got 5 voters here. 100% say yes, it's hard to let go. Well, I appreciate you guys backing me up because I'm letting go today. We're letting go to the best of our ability. Pushing forward with hope and appreciation, leaning on our brothers and sisters, the turtle herd, you fine ladies and gentlemen out there. Ghost Fire Car, thank you. OG, please write stay alive above the door. In my crypto is not enough things daily. Well, we appreciate the fiver. Everybody decide to like that. Send some love, send some hearts. I've just found out recently that all those little doodads off the side there help us to grow exponentially. Just for you tapping those little hearts. But yes, we are. We'll do it for you, brother. We got you for the 5 spot. Please write stay alive right here. SDAYLIVE. Bam! Staying alive. Hopefully she'll end up in some junkyard where the motivation and inspiration will continue to push forward. Ooh, Patrick, it's good to see you in today. Great job, OG. Thank you, OG. Fred, are you okay, OG? Biscuit, I am holding up all right today. We're doing absolutely great. We appreciate that little bit of inspiration there. The 5 spot OG is a beautiful thing, man. That'll go towards the car rental. Well, actually, it'll sit in account for a while because it takes forever to get paid from YouTube, but it's all good. It'll be there for the next right thing. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Ray, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Hit that subscribe button. Become a member of the Turtle Herd. Omar, you should get a 2008-2009 Ford Focus next. You can drive the DoorDash and go to work. That's not a bad thing. We're going to take it slow and steady. Get rid of this. Get home. Try to get the painting thing going is the game plan, and then we'll go from there, good sir. Maybe we'll find... I really like the elements, man. Hopefully I can find a nice element that'll get us there. They get pretty good gas mileage. Yes, I know the e-cigarettes got to go. I've kind of leaned on that a little bit more than I would like lately. Are you a DJ? Fred, I'm not a DJ. But if you want to hear some good tunes, go to Misled Utopia's page or check out some of our shorts. You can see some of their tunes. And, yeah, if you're looking for some good tunes, Misled Utopia. Beautiful musical medicine helping us to push forward to the best of our ability. It's okay. It's going to be okay, Omar. It's going to be all right. It is all right. Bright future. Damn straight, brother. The page is turning. That might feel a little awkward. You know, we're creatures of habit here as humans. And it feels good to continuously do the same thing sometimes. And it struggles to mix. It struggles sometimes to mix it up. Brain no work, no good sometimes, as in this morning. But we're finding hope and motivation, inspiration, and love together today. Godspeed. Well, thank you. Godspeed to the old galactic avenger and its final rest. I do got it all cleaned out here. No more camper car in the back. No more mattress into the back seat. We did put the passenger seat back in. That's covered in mold and fungus now because it sat outside for freaking 2 years. But we figured they're taking the rest of the car. They might as well take the seat with it too. That's one less thing that me and my brother here, Rob, are going to have to figure out once we get the truck back. Looks great. Thank you, Omar. I was able to get the heater system off there, so we'll have that for the school bus. And yeah, the plan is to get back, make some cash, try to find something reliable that we can get back into the DoorDash as our backup. With wish a happy birthday to my homie Nick Lover. Nick Lover. All right, Nick. Lucifer, Van Broke, Gasso. Yeah, I could be called Van Broke Gasso there. If you took a look at the Dodge Avenger, it surely does look like I think I'm an artist or something. But you guys, where are we going to go? Oh my God, did I already lose the one freaking die that we had here? I think I did. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Okay, it's one of those days, man. We're letting go, pushing forward to the best of our ability. Let's see if we can do this. Maybe that'll work a little better. There we go. I'm Dizzle. Welcome into the fond farewell. It's very fitting that you're here too, MD. You've been around for a while. For the plexiglass back window, Jimmy, Scotty, stay strong. Thank you, Jimmy. We appreciate you, brother. Um, you know what? We're going to roll the dice today, Jimmy. Going to say you liked, shared, subscribed. Let us know you did so. Send a fond farewell to the old galactic avenger here. Thank you for the hearts and the little doodads up the side. As I've been told, that helps a lot for our message to grow and spread. Farewell, galactic avenger. Damn straight, Omar. She's taken us there, here, there, and everywhere, man. And only parts of the adventure have I even had a chance to show, man. I can't wait. Maybe that should be part of it, man. I'm not too much of a technology guy, but we do have a bunch of videos from before I even started the channel. The trip down to Florida and you know, I videoed all of our exploits, my exploits, finding the free places to swim and, you know, kind of adventuring around Disney World and good times, good times. Maybe we'll share some of those eventually. Yes, lots of trips. Damn straight. You look well today, Scott. Happier. I'm feeling a bit better today. Not so crushed, not so overwhelmed, not so struggling to catch my breath today, which is a good thing, man. You know, I'm accepting, I'm letting go, and I made the phone call. Pedal is gonna come and pick up the car, hopefully. We had another place around here asked to send some pictures, and I sent her some pictures, some inside and out pictures, and didn't hear nothing back. So I'm assuming they were like, what is this kid thinking, trying to sell this car? But it's all right. And kid, it might be a little bit understated there, but Mr. Koala, can you be my boyfriend? Mr. Koala, I appreciate the offer, but I'm working on me right now there, my friend, and we might not be on the same page when it comes to what we're into, I don't think, because I prefer the company of women, but, you know, keep that on the back burner if that makes you feel special. That's great, Scott. Proud of you, mate. Thank you, MD. You know, it's not hard to, I can't even think still, but it is kind of hard to pull the trigger sometimes, right? It's kind of hard to let go of something that, you know, has become a part of us through our shenanigans. You know, every time I zip tied or duct taped something together, I felt a little bit closer to Jimbo, you know, give him a little nod and a wink, because he would call me shot anytime I do some kind of cob job and BS, because he was an actual mechanic. It was just a username. I am a female. Well, then the possibility just went up there, mister. Fred, slick like a noodle, and a poodle. I like that one. We're going to roll the dice for that one there, Fred. Slick like a poodle, wet like a noodle, something like that. All right, it's time. Let's roll the dice for you there, Mr. Slick Noodle, wet like a poodle. There's a 4. And then we only got one dice at a time. There's another 4. Look at that. Dice are flaming hot today, guys. Frank, you're going to find your way onto the ceiling of champions before we junk this bad boy. Maybe you'll be recognized in the junkyard there. Fred, here we go, Fred. Bam. Thank you, Fred. Hopping in today, taking a chance, giving us a little quote, rolling the dice, pushing forward and letting go to the best of our ability. What do you struggle with letting go? I struggle with letting everything go, right? Especially when I'm comfortable with something. Do you live in this truck? This is not a truck, Linda. This is a Dodge Avenger camper car that we are saying farewell to because we blew a subframe bushing and bolt here in Georgia. And I don't have the tools, the know-how, or the ambition, or, you know, I do have the finances, I guess, to put into it. But here's the thing. This thing's about to be up inspected soon, so... You know, sometimes the world forces us to do the things that we don't necessarily want to do, right? We keep doing the comfortable thing. I keep pushing this car and pushing this car and pushing this car. Maybe it's a better thing that I'm here and I can't do anything about it. That's how I'm looking at it today. I struggle to let go of people. Me too. You know, and it's funny too, because things can be hard to let go of because of people, MD. And part of, you know, what I've got to acknowledge is that this thing came from someone I love deeply who has passed. And Jimbo is a great man, a great mechanic, a good friend, a brother. And, you know, keeping it alive with duct tape in a dream has kind of been a nod to him as I move forward. But I know in my heart of hearts that he would want me to step off into something better too. You know, I've been thinking that for a while, something nicer, something a little bit more reliable. You know, we've been playing the zip tie and duct tape game for a while here with the Dodge Avenger. Feel free to subscribe, become a member of the Turtle Herd. We weather the burden together. We figure out how to let go and let be and let a God of our understanding take us exactly where we need to be despite where we think we should be. Me too. That person was just everything. You're right, Omar. I don't like sharing my toys. Yeah, well, we've learned to share, haven't we? That's one of the things we're working on, sharing, right? Omar, yeah, I understand that completely. LOL, James. James, you're always a bright shining light here, brother. We appreciate you. We give thanks to the full cycle of life, right? The spectrum of what is. You know, and I wanted to make sure we gave the Galactic Avenger at least a fond farewell, right? It's time to let go, but we don't have to be upset about it. We don't have to struggle in this paralyzing bullshit of fear and anxiety thinking about what could be, right? Thinking about the decisions we made that led us here. It's all taking us exactly where we need to take it. We do take us. We just need to accept it and stop fighting the river of life. We do that by taking a chance, by rolling the dice, by accepting what Creator has for us next. And most of the time that's a mystery, right? We can think and pray and plan. But this trip has shown us that plans rarely work out the way that we think they should. You know, we were supposed to be out of here weeks ago and, you know, supposed to be up to Sally's helping her out and supposed to be doing this and supposed to be doing that because we made these expectations. And, you know, that's just not the way it is. Change filter to all messages. Randolph Barrow just sent me his address, so that's a good thing. Then we can send the G-War marketing packs that we're purchasing. There's another couple $100, but that'll be these marketing packs that me and Randy plan on distributing when I get back to New York. Hopefully find some houses to paint that way. But I'm glad Randy texted me that. Feel free to hit the like button. Your thumbs won't fall off. If they do, we always thought they should have. Welcome in for the fond farewell of the old Galactic Avenger, my camper car. We'll do a little tour here in a minute of what we got left. We did empty her out, and we do got the passenger seat back in it. Do you feel like you give everything and get nothing in return? MD, I do, actually, at times. Don't retract that, MD. It's okay to feel that way, man. Especially if that's what the world is doing to you. It's all right, MD, and I do feel that way a lot. I feel like I give and I give and I give, and then I have these expectations on people, right? I have these expectations to live up to what I would do, right? And that breeds resentments in my heart. It breeds resentments in relationships, and it's destroyed a lot of things. I guess what I'm working on is accepting what people are. What the big dog always used to say is, if you love somebody, you love them for who they are. You don't have expectations, right? And that's hard to do because when you're such a giving, caring, kind human being, you expect that to be reciprocated. Now, whether it be reciprocated, not be reciprocated because, you know, you're not adamant about what your needs are, or it's not reciprocated because that person really doesn't care about you, you got to figure that out. Now with Jimbo, let's talk about Jimbo a little bit. My cousin, man. I own why we weren't talking when he passed. Because half of it was my fault, because I did not express my needs clear enough, and I kept letting something that he owed me continuously be put off and put off and put off until I ended up having to junk the H2, which was rough because it was Al's, and I bought it off him for the business and blah, 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 and I held some resentments against Jimbo for a while. And when he passed, I realized how much was my fault. Not that it was all my fault, but that I didn't say anything. You know, and maybe that could be part of it, MD. If these people really love you, maybe part of it is what I do. You know, the same thing I do. We just expect people to automatically give us what we need because we do that for them. Well, sometimes you got to say it. You know, I didn't say it directly enough times. You know, Jimmer was going to fix the H2 every week for 2 years until I snapped on him. You know, after being passive for 2 years about it being okay, and next weekend, and you know, maybe that is part of the lesson of his passing. That's part of the lesson of the day, is to, you know, why do people fall short of our expectations? You know, they're not mind readers, and people go about their clueless, mindless days as we do, being the bull in the china shop, thinking they're doing the next right thing, not realizing it because no one said something to them. I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. When did it happen? Linda, where's Linda at? I lost her. Who'd you lose, Linda? My mom was everything to me. Linda, we appreciate you expressing that. Linda, it's a good place to express your struggle and your grief because we feel it. And I'm sending love to your mother on her journey, Linda. If you want to give us her name, we'll put her up onto the top of the Galactic Avenger here a few months ago. You're still fresh with it, Linda, and that's okay. You know, it takes time to let go, and I'm going to tell you, it comes in waves. But know that your mother is in a place where she can look over you now, and that she lives on through your actions. When I'm in my right mind, I understand that my brothers, my father, my mother, my grandmother, Jimbo, they all live on through the lessons I've learned through the interaction with them. And that can be, be hard to hold on to that silver lining when we're in grief, and sometimes, nearly impossible, but we're here with you, and you're not alone. It doesn't diminish your grief, Linda, at all. Hopefully it'll help you feel connected and appreciative and understand. We're sending you hugs and love, Linda. Send them right to you. Any updates on the school bus? Tank, we haven't even gotten back there yet. The school bus is running in good mechanical standing, but there's just a million things to do to it. For right now, it'll work as a good work truck. Throw some ladders in it, some paintbrushes when we get back. And then don't talk like that, please. Respect the host. Okay, thank you, MD. I don't know what was said, but I appreciate you having my back. Whew. Yeah, letting go today. Letting go. Let's see, 31% of people and 58% of people have a hard time letting go. Well, I appreciate the honesty. Janelle, hello. I'm looking good today, Scotty. Thank you. If you haven't noticed, I cut the hobo off. I went and splurged on myself and spent the $20 on a set of clippers because that's how horrible I am at taking care of me. If you needed something, God, all you'd have to do is ask. When in the fan bus? You in the fan bus? We're not in the fan bus. We had just bought a bus before we left, a small school bus that needs a whole lot of TLC and some building out. And we're going to be working on that when we get back to New York. Right now, we're inside the old Galactic Avenger saying goodbye. Our final run here in this car that's gotten us here, there, and everywhere. That's been a connection to my cousin on his journey, but it'll always be there. We'll always have this time together. We'll always have the experiences that we've gathered in the old Galactic Avenger. Many nights sleeping in the back with a foam mattress with my feet into the trunk. The only roof I saw signed like that was on PH. What's PH? We are proud of you, Omar. Well, you take it easy, Omar. Don't resent yourself, man. So, I do that a lot. I fucking hold resentments against myself because I understand a concept, right? And then I can't fully embody it right in that moment, right? So I must be a POS. But I don't think that's how it works. It takes time for these things to set in. It takes time for those, for the wisdom to become part of who we are. And you just take it easy on yourself. If you're working on it, that's all that matters, Omar. We know you're working on it. Some corn hub. Is that where they make corn soup? I have a hard time letting go. Janelle, thank you for admitting that. That's I'm letting go right now, and we're letting go together, and you're making it easier for me. So if there's something out there you've been struggling to let go of today, know that you're not alone, and that it's okay to struggle with it. It's okay to struggle with it. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be in some kind of fear about the page turning, even though every time the page turns, something beautiful is on the horizon. Where are you going? Jen, we are going here, there, and everywhere. At the moment, we're not going much anywhere. We're waiting for the tow guy to come junk the old Galactic Avenger. Playing our last game of Know Your Role here in the Dodge Avenger camper car. Probably shouldn't have that thing sitting in the sun. It doesn't cook the phone anyway. But Janelle, yeah, what exactly are you holding on to, if you don't mind letting us know? Like I said, right now, I've been holding on to the memory of my cousin, and this connection with this vehicle that he put into my hands. Dude, ghost hunting that sounds fun. I'd be up for it, but we don't usually. We usually have camper car coffee, talking about the adventure to come. This channel started as me just trying to share these adventures that I have, and it's become more of a group therapy. It's become more of a place where we can weather the burden together. That is why my followers here have lovingly nominated themselves as the turtle herd, because slow and steady, we weather the burden together. Hit that subscribe button, and you won't be alone. I promise you that. I respond to all of my messages, and I do my best to read every message that comes in here. What's the weirdest thing you saw traveling? The weirdest thing I saw traveling. I don't know about weird, but one of the things that pops out into my mind was I was in the old Galactic Avenger a few years back. This is before the passenger seat was taken out, and I just had a wood mattress in the back. And I'll finish this story, and then we'll connect up here. What was the weirdest thing you ever saw? And there was a gentleman that was had a sign on the corner. And I was like, dude, I threw him a bottle of water. I was like, bro, I'm smart driving to make some cash to keep moving. I forget. I think I was headed to Florida or headed back or something like that, but things were tight. So I was like, brother, I'd help you out, but here's a bottle of water. And I give him the bottle of water, and I go about my day. About 9 hours goes by of me door dashing, and I end up with 2 Chipotle steak bowls because they brought them to the delivery's house. She wasn't there. I couldn't leave them because she was probably trying to scam them because she had scammed them before, and they just told me I could keep them. So I went to the gas station right there by where I saw the dude, and wouldn't you know, our brother there was standing there, and he was asking for cash, and I was like, dude, you know what? This thing hasn't been touched. Here, take this food. And he started talking to me about getting dropped off in this place he didn't know nothing about, and the rehab down the road wouldn't let him in because he was late, and all this bullshit that you get handed from an addict that I've seen I've had personal experience with. And I just kind of, instead of trying to talk sense into him, I just told him about my brothers and how they lost their life and how great they were and how much they wanted to be sober, and hopefully their inspiration could help him hold through the night and then get to that rehab the next day. I went inside, used the bathroom, got some snacks, came back out, and I was like, you know what? I was on my way home, actually. So I was like, what can I help this dude out with? It was kind of getting chilly. So I was like, well, I give him my pillow and my blanket out of the car, and I seen him walk over behind the gas station, behind the gas station. And I was like, I'll just go over there and give him this blanket and pillow and wish him luck. Hopefully he'll make it to that rehab tomorrow. So I brought him over the pillow and blanket, and he was obviously nodding. And he stood up and was shaking it off, and he was, almost in tears, man. He's like, I picked up. And I'm like, dude, I was like, it's all right, man. Whatever it is, you got to admit it and move forward. And he's like, I just took a hit, and it's too much. I hadn't taken it in a while, and I think I'm ODing. And he's like, I need a ride to the hospital. And, I immediately went into solve the problem mode, and, I cleared out the front seats, and I made a spot for him. We jumped in, and it was a 6-minute drive to the nearest emergency room. And that whole time, man, I just kept talking to him about Rob and Steve and how if he wanted to make it, he had to hold on. And he kept just asking me, just keep me coherent, man. Just keep talking to me. He's like, your brothers sound like great people. I want to live. And he's like going out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if, he obviously took too much. But I got him to the emergency room. I helped him walk him to the door, and I let him go, man. And I went into a parking lot, and I wept. And I thanked my brothers for giving me the strength to be here for this man, for allowing me to share their journey with this person who decided to save his life. And whether it saved him or not, whether it changed his world or not, whether it made a difference or not, I did the next right thing in the moment. And I don't know if you consider that weird, but it was definitely a unique moment in time that kind of popped into my heart. And that was just me doing the next right thing. And Creator facilitated that with the food and the conversation, and even through my struggles of what I went through with my brother. But anyway, ghost hunting, it's the craziest thing you ever saw traveling. Hell yeah. Janelle, lost my dog last month. He took a run into the back brush like he did every night and got attacked. We tried to save him. I paid $6,000 at the emergency room, and he passed away the next day. Over a year, but it still feels like it's today sometimes, right? And we respect and understand that too. Those furry little creatures become part of our family, and it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go of that compassion, camaraderie, and love that is just infinite from an animal. Janelle, thank you for sharing today. Linda, sometimes you gotta let go of things, especially cars and trucks that someone gave you. It's okay to keep those memories in your heart. Thank you, Linda. And you're right. My Jimbo will always be with me, despite the fact, anytime I cob job any vehicle along the line, I'll hear him laughing, telling me I'm shot, in the back of my mind, and he'll be with me, right? I don't have to hold on to this thing that's been a burden. It was this thing, right, for a while, but it becomes a clown car, and it's all I've got, and we deserve something better. I deserve something better. Not that this Galactic Avenger hasn't been exactly what it needs to be, but we deserve to move forward into something better. Still really hurts, and it's hard not to blame ourselves. It is, right? What if I would have What if I wouldn't have gotten to that fight with Jimbo, right? What if I would have been able to be strong enough to assert my needs before it became a fight? That wasn't possible for the man I was, and that's the thing we got to figure out a way to forgive ourselves. Who you were yesterday and the tools you had were all you had yesterday. You had to go through the struggle and pain of losing someone, or the struggle and pain of the page turning, so you could evolve. Now, losing Jimbo, losing my brothers to their addiction, it saved that gentleman's life. And not to say that that's all worth it, right? Because it doesn't feel that way, but it gave me the knowledge and the ability to handle a situation differently. I had someone I loved really deeply who was in a really hard spot about a year ago, and because of what I went through with my brothers, I was able to say the thing. I was able to sit this person down and tell them how much I love them, and explicitly shut down all of their bullshit through their addiction, and let them know they needed help. I didn't listen to it the way I listened to it with either of my brothers. I shut it down at every turn. I'm not hearing it, because this is just the drug talking. And I was only able to do that because I went through what I went through with my brothers. And there's still times where the shame and resentment for myself comes in, because I wish I would have said something. But I only had the tools I had. We only have the tools we have in the moment. And it takes struggle and pain in these circumstances for us to know how to handle it differently next time. And it does still hurt, Janelle. Mitchell, regret is the past. Worry and anxiety is the future. Depression can result for both. God is in the present. Thank you, Mitchell. I like that quote. We're going to roll the dice for you for that beautiful quote. How about that? The die today. There's a 4 and a 1, which is nothing. And then there's a 2 and a 2. There's the dubbies of the dubbies there. One of our newest winner there, Mitchell, for that quote. Thank you so much for the inspiration and the hope to help us push forward. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for allowing me to share today. We're going to push forward and do the thing today, Mitchell. We're going to do the thing. And you're doing it, brother. You're doing it by giving us a quote, by helping us push forward. Have you ever seen a Middle Earth monument? I haven't. I don't even know what that is. You want to enlighten me what it is? Maybe I have seen one and I'm not sure. The Omar Wildly Wowzers. That's awesome, Morgan. We're catching up here. Morgan, and my phone's still... I'm a ghost. Well, awesome, Morgan. Stick around for a while. Maybe we can help you learn some lessons so you can push forward to the other side. If you're a ghost, there's got to be something weighing you down there, Morgan. Help us help you figure it out. Let's let go of the pain. Let's accept what today is and turn the page. It's time to go towards the light today, Morgan. Keep the joke that was never funny going. Keep that joke that was never funny going. Do I will. We'll keep it close to our hearts. Morgan, did you lose a cat? It's just ghost. Your comedic ability does not exist. Okay. Well, today we're not looking at being comedians. Today we're looking at finding strength in the struggle and pushing forward and letting go. We're turning the page today there, Mitchell. And if you'd like to be a part of that, please feel free to do so. If not, then, hold on to the struggle and pain of today in this moment, never letting go, drowning in the fear and anxiety and weight of the pain that holds you down. Someone's calling me from Tennessee. Let's see who this is, and I'll jump right back on. Alrighty, roadie. Well, let's try to get caught up on these comments. I don't know how far back I was, but so that was the tow guy. He had to ask a couple questions. I told him what was really majorly wrong with it and gave him whatever. He's going to be here in 30 or 45 minutes. And we're going to let go of the old galactic avenger together here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back up here and see. Howdy, Spoon. It's good to see you. Scott, staying safe out there. We're doing our best, John. Tree Farmer, hello. We're trying to get back up to where we were. Maybe give up while you're not ahead. Nah, we're not going to give up while we're not ahead. We're going to keep pushing forward. We'll give up while we're ahead. God. Hold on tight, guys. 30 or 45 more minutes. I don't know what else I might have missed, but we're going to scroll down here to the bottom, try to get caught up. I actually lost a lot of people. Hi, Mitchell. I hope everyone out there is suffering from loss is okay and feel for yours. Thank you, Morgan. I'm hoping a new member of the turtle herd here. I hope you subscribed, because we do weather the burden together. We take that very seriously. Shit, I thought this was the bus, and those names were in the roof. No, these names are from taking a chance and rolling the dice here, Mr. Mrs. Yeah, it's part of how we symbolically take the chance. Bus is at home. Thank you, James. Omar, yeah, the past sucks. I feel each and every one of your souls. Thank you, Omar. Linda, just gotta be careful. Don't listen to negative stuff. Your brain tells you something about people. Thank you, Linda. And don't listen to your brain giving you that negative stuff, man. We manifest the destiny. We manifest the reality around us through our thoughts. And I believe that. And there's times where you can't break out of it. I believe that too. There's times where the anxiety, the stress, the fear response that puts us into certain scenarios hinders us from our growth and, turning the page. But I truly believe the first and best medicine is to connect with people who understand. And that's the purpose of this channel. Finding inspiration and hope through the struggle, doing our best to do the next right thing to the best of our ability. Hope he's okay. I hope so too, Morgan. Without, I wouldn't be like me today. Thank you, Elf. Glenn Elf. Glenn. We're going to call you Glenn. We appreciate you, Glenn. And you're right, man. You got to appreciate that pain, that struggle. Got to appreciate this moment that's helping you learn fire hot, right? Maybe I'll be a little bit more aware next time of what's going on. Maybe I'll change both the shocks the next time I have a shock issue, because that was, change one shock and then, changed one shock and then the other, and then we ended up blowing the bearing. But for now, let me see if I can't, will this cut through that? Let's see. I think I want to keep our champions. What do you say? See if we can't cut through the liner. You guys up? We're going to cut through the liner and keep this. Well, maybe we'll put it into the bus. Maybe we won't. Maybe whatever. But this dude's on his way, so let's get this out of the way. Bam. There's still plenty of space there. Hopefully they'll get here and they'll still take my POS camper car after they see the condition it's in. Yeah. Whoo. Okay, one side down. On moving. Try to think. My brain try to trick me. It does. Your brain's a dangerous neighborhood. Don't go up there alone, good sirs or madams. It's not the place to be by yourself. That was one of my father's greatest pieces of advice, was to not go up there alone. It's a dangerous neighborhood. There we go. Bam. Let's see if that'll work. I mean, I told the guy it had a plexiglass back window, so hopefully he'll understand how good shot it is when he gets here. And yeah, whatever. Well, we're going to take this. Maybe we'll hang it in the school bus and we'll continue the wall of champions right there. Last important decision of the day. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do this before our brother shows up. To take the old Dodge Avenger. Here we go. I'm going to set you here for just a minute. It won't get too hot. Bear with me, guys. Like I said, we're going to do our best to push forward and do the next right thing to the best of our ability. And let go of what is. And maybe that doesn't mean fully let go. Here I am cutting the ceiling off the old Galactic Avenger to take with me as a memento. We need to all that effort, all that appreciation, and all that hope to go to anything but good use. And we can continue our show here. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to cut around this thing too, guys. Bear with me. We'll continue the conversation here in just a minute. Because our brother will be here soon enough. And look at that. Now we got a new and clean overhead. There we go. Bam. Anyway, clean, fresh starts, right? Clean, fresh starts. His and hers. Good to see ya. Last live inside the old Dodge Avenger. We've got someone coming here to junk the old girl. So we're snagging the ceiling. We're going to do something with that. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe we'll just hoard it and hold on to it so we don't have to fully feel like we're letting go completely. But yeah, that can go up there. And yeah, this guy should be here in about a half hour there. His and hers. Morgan, subbed. Morgan, we're going to roll the dice for you. There's a 6er and a 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Morgan, what we're going to do is we're going to put you right here, Morgan. Morgan, thank you for rolling the dice today. Whew, it is a warm one, good sirs and madams. Let's see. James, remove the headliner with all the names on it. I'm ahead of you there, James. Or maybe behind you, brother. We got the headliner. Thank you. And Chris, appreciate a God of your understanding. Thanks for sharing. Tension killer. I love it. Life is not just the judgment day. Bear the judgment lifetime test your character and morals. I like that. That's a good one, killer. Yes, I think you're going to be glad you did that. I think I'm going to be glad I did that too. Careful about the fiberglass. You're right, Omar. Love it. Frank, what's up with the W? There you go, Omar. Gonna track fall apart? It's gonna fall apart, and it's an old Dodge Avenger. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Tree farmer, example. Write the names of people. Ismail. Write my name, please. Ismail. Okay, we'll give you a thing. Usually we have, next time you're going to have to roll the dice there, Ismail. A-Z-R-U-L. A-Z-R-U-L. Right here. A-Z-R-U-L. We appreciate you. Next time, come in and say you like, shared, subscribe. We'll roll the dice for you. Hey, Boo Bear, I miss them little buns, Daddy. Let's link up again. What are you talking about? You're crazy, Rug. Looks new. It does. Look at that. A fresh new canvas up there now. Maybe we shouldn't junk it? I'm from Mayasala. I'm tired. Israel. Well, we appreciate you there, good sir. Stick around for a while. We're going to see whether this guy gets here and decides he doesn't want the POS camper car. We're going to find out. I'm kind of hesitant about that. I mean, they offered us $240, so let's hope that it works out. Let's hope they're still willing to give us that $240 when it gets here. 11:43 MD in the US. Yes, it's about noon. Clear canvas. Yeah, for the next guy. Is it hard to let go? 67% of people struggle with letting go. Well, you're in the right place. Because I'm strong enough to admit that it's hard to let go sometimes, and I've been struggling to let go, and we haven't had a vehicle here, so the thought has been to hold on to the car until we get another one just in case. But it's like, in this day and age, I'm just tricking myself. I'm just putting off the inevitable. So we're pulling the Band-Aid off today, and we're letting go of the old Dodge Avenger, the camper car here. That usually has a foam mattress into the trunk. There usually isn't a passenger seat. There's usually a little kitchenette I built there. Check out my car, the Galactic Avenger, in the playlist if you want to check out all the crazy places this thing's brought us and how it has. Have you ever tried panner butter? No. It looks like a different car, doesn't it? Well, I don't think we're holding on to it any longer just because it looks a little different. But wish us luck today. I wish you guys luck out there. Luck with letting go, luck with pushing forward. Wish you luck with whatever struggles you may be going through. And just remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. The world is a chaotic, hectic place. And whatever pain you're going through, you don't hold a monopoly on it. And that doesn't diminish your pain. That doesn't diminish your struggle. That doesn't diminish your angst when it comes to letting go. Not at all. It should make you feel a part of something. that this is the way that it is, and you're not the only one that's dealing with these struggles. I hope that helps you. Um, with that being said, again, we appreciate our brother who donated the $5 here a little while ago. Um, that was a blessing. $5 towards the next right thing. We haven't quite figured out what that is yet. Maybe next time we won't make so many damn plans. And Omar, it looks like a different car. I know, Omar, right? Slow and steady. We're letting go today. These simple things that can seem like it could be the easiest thing in the world from the outside in, but letting go of anything that we're emotionally attached to can be a struggle, and we got to understand and appreciate that. And I hope you guys do. I hope you guys understand and appreciate that you're only human, and that holding these things against ourselves for not being what we think we should be or doing what we think we should do, isn't the way to live. It's time to let go. It's time to stop holding on to what was and to move forward gracefully with dignity and appreciation, knowing that we're doing the best we can to spread hope and love and appreciation despite the struggles of this world. One, you live in your car. I do not live in my car. We're actually visiting my brothers right now. One, like, share, subscribe, and become part of the turtle herd there, one, and you'll see the adventure to come. You're popping in on the last day of the old Dodge Avenger. Like I said, usually there's no cars, there's no passenger seat there, there's a kitchenette. Usually there's a foam mattress into the trunk, and usually when we're in this car, traveling the country, we're doing the next right thing, living minimally, door dashing and spark driving, trying to do the next right thing to the best of our ability. That's what we do here. I do have a home. Sure, I'll sub. Thanks. One, make sure you hit that notification bell. There's a million YouTubers out there, and we'd love to have you stumble upon us again. We're always looking for new members of the Turtle Herd. Open, honest communication, respect, love, and appreciation to the best of our ability. Wow, that's sad. We're gonna drop the rock and rolling. Like I said, no pee buckets, man. If you're traveling, you shouldn't have a pee bucket. What you should do is stop by your nearest laundromat and grab a used soap container. So a trick I was taught by a fellow traveler back a couple of years ago. You use that a couple times and throw it away, your car won't stink. Hey, how you doing? We're doing all right, Joey. We're doing all right. We're letting go. I love the turtles. Thank you, Rock and Rollin'. We love your face. Thank you for all the little goofball things. Every time you guys send some stuff on the side there, just so you know, that enhances the live. Enhances it even. Enhances. Every time you guys tap little smiley faces, little hearts, little hundos over there, it invites more of our fellow travelers in, and we can grow this community of Turtle Herd members, helping us find people with love and appreciation in their heart, helping us find people that are struggling to have that love and appreciation in their heart. There you go, guys. There you go. Invite them in. Right, we're an open door here. We're doing our best to spread hope, love, and appreciation. I have two shy bladder, so I cannot be outside. Well, if you had a camper car and you blocked off all the windows and you had a soap container, might not be the worst thing. Feel free to double tap that screen if you haven't. Feel free to send some love over there on the side, some hundos, some hearts. It really helps our channel to grow. We got 64 people, 66% are having a hard time letting go. Well, welcome to the club. It's time to turn the page. It's time to push forward. It's time to have hope and motivation through the angst that comes along with the new thing, right? Whether it be the new job, whether it be this terrible thing that you think shouldn't be what it is. That terrible thing is opening up doors. This car getting junked and me not having the ability to spark drive, feels like a weight. I don't have the backup plan anymore. But, well, sometimes we got to jump without a net. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have a backup plan, because I keep relying on that backup plan and not moving forward with this business plan I have with my brother, a good friend of mine who I value deeply. And it's kind of hindered me to grow. So this POS camper car shit in the bed, despite what I think is probably the best thing for me, letting go of what you can specific. Letting go of what you can specifically. Exactly, Joey. Letting go. Country. Good. Thank you, country. It's good to see you today. Thanks for all the love and the hearts up there helping the channel grow, guys. You're absolutely amazing. Every little heart, every little hundo, every little love sent over there on the side is helping our channel grow, helping us spread this message of compassion and appreciation, helping us spread Hawanase's wisdom, helping me to remember and continuously remind myself of that wisdom, you know, to take care of ourselves, our family, our community. And in that order is the only way that it works. You know, these things that become, you know, more and more clear as I push forward. You know, what it means to take care of ourselves, what it means to love another human being, what it means to love us, and what we have to do to truly love another human being, which is find that compassion and love for ourselves fully first. Take the leap. We are, yes, taking the leap today, country. Have to let go of insecurities to live life freely. Thank you, Joey. You're right. 110%, Joey. I guess we were rolling the dice, but I don't think we're rolling the dice anymore. You know, there's not really, unless you, Joey, we're going to put Joey onto the side here. Thank you, Joey, for all your hope and inspiration. We're going to send you off with the Galactic Avenger. When we get back to the bus, we'll have the old ceiling. We can start rolling again. Maybe we'll, if anybody wants to help protect my fam and my wolves, please call Government Baver in Kentucky office. Yes, maybe put that in a comment onto something so as a reminder. I know, Tree Farmer, I suck at, you know, remembering shit. I suck at doing shit. I have the best of intentions, and at times that seems to matter. What's going on? I'm not sure. Can you write with me? Yeah. And what's going on, Tree Farmer? What's exactly going on there? What's the issue? Can you express that to us? Life is only life you get to the fullest. So live to the fullest. Thank you, BK24 Fresh. BK24 Fresh. That's a quote worth being stuck onto the BK24. Bam, there you are. Spot on the old Galactic Avenger. We're reeling down minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be a tow truck pulling up here soon. We're going to find out together whether they take it or not. To be honest with you, I mean, they're going to take it. It's the engine and tranny work fine. Just everything else is, you know, is junk. The plexiglass back window, the no power steering fluid, the door, the tore out door, the moldy, musty seat that wasn't in here up until 5 minutes ago. Joey, I also have to let go of the feeling of being afraid of getting checked or not getting love back to maybe find love again. But it's easy to say than to do. Thank you, Joey. You're right. You're right, man. Those traumas can cause us to hesitate in the moment when the opportunity comes up again, right? Because we're wrapped up in that moment and how badly it worked out before. We opened up, we loved, we expressed ourselves in a way, and it wasn't reciprocated, and we were left to hang and to dry, you know, hang out to dry and broken and alone. So anytime that opportunity comes up, you know, we find ourselves in fear. That's trauma. Trauma is when we allow those past circumstances and emotions to guide our decision in this moment. And thank you for expressing yourself, Joey, because we got to let that shit go. It's time to let go of that, dude, of that insecurity and pain. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to be there when you approach the next beautiful woman that you find attractive or that you think is funny or that, you know, appeals to you in a positive way. You know, I struggle with that deeply myself. And what it does mean is that even though we feel this way, we're going to take the leap and we're going to accept a no if it's a no, and we're going to push forward and be excited if it's a yes, and without expectations, because it might last a day, it might last a week, you might find the love of your life. But you're never going to do so if you don't push forward. What are they doing to your property? Tree Farmer. Yeah, we're wondering what's going on, Tree Farmer. Thanks. Glad to meet. Keep things one day at a time. Thank you, BK24. Hopefully you subscribed and you are now a member of the Turtle Herd. If you hit that notification bell, you'll be able to be part of the conversation as we move forward. Open honestly, speaking facts. Thank you. Can you write me, Sarah? Of course, Sarah. When you come back in the next time, we'll have the ceiling in somewhere else. But Sarah, for right now, we'll give you a sign right over here under the side, Sarah. Sarah. Bam. I don't think one more name is going to diminish the value any more than we already have here. He won. Ultra will be gone in half an hour. The Astro van. You have an Astro van? Will be gone in a half hour. Astro. The Galacto? Are you talking about the car? Are you getting rid of something too, James? Hey, Proud Boy. F.K. Foster. Yeah, I am pretty proud. Proud to be me. Proud to be here. Proud to spread love, hope, and appreciation. Sir, are you a traveler? I am a traveler. A nomad at heart, but with a home base. With the best of intentions. Here, AZ. Or Clark. Yeah. This trip didn't work out exactly the way we thought it should have. And we're struggling to get back. Neighbors kind of upset, taking care of Bun. I got some bills due. I got some marketing to do up there, and hopefully a couple houses to paint. But we are doing the next right thing by weathering the burden with our brother here. I don't turn my back on people I care for. So we're here with my brother to make sure he gets this place emptied out, make sure that he gets moving forward to where he needs to be safe. Because he wouldn't leave me hanging, and whether he would or not, those expectations. I don't expect anything from anybody because of the things I do anymore, because that's caused a lot of resentments in my own heart. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Omar. I say thank you, AZ. We appreciate you, Tree Farmer. All right, yo, I get jumped off YouTube and make this phone call. Wish me luck. We wish you luck, Tree Farmer. Hopefully we can... Dude, we've been saying we're going to chat for a while. I apologize, brother. You know I have the best of intentions. You know I appreciate you. Thank you for being here today and the last run for the Galactic Avenger as we wait together in this anxious moment, this precipice where we're about to take the leap and get rid of the old Dodge Avenger. KY, oh proud boy, MAGA. Yes, we're proud. We're proud of you too for jumping in and speaking your truth there, Kay. It does seem to me that there's some kind of weight you're holding on to, and it just reminds me of one of my father's greatest sayings. You can't take others' boulders of pain. Set it down. Someone tries to hand you a boulder of pain, smile. And you win, right? You watch their brain explode inside their head because they're so used to everybody taking the pain and trying to hand it back. And now we're both POSs, and I can feel better about myself. What happens when you don't take that boulder of pain is the world heals just a little bit. And you might hurt them in the moment because they can't fathom the fact that you won't take the boulder of pain. But you're going to heal and grow in a way that's beyond your wildest expectations when you can figure out a way to let go, man. And especially our brother Kay Foster here, who's struggling. Someone's hurting you, and we accept what it is, man. But don't take the pain out on us, man. Someone's hurting you. Take it out on them. I love Kentucky. I lived there for almost 6 years. Joey, but I spent so lost time, and I would really like to hear about your story. Okay, well, there's a lot of it in our lives. Joey, if you really want to hear something that really defines me, go way back in the lives, man. Go way back. You'll start seeing like cartoonish kind of thumbnails. And there's one called 988. In that live about a year ago, I express a lot of what has made me who I am. I express deeply exactly what happened to my brothers and the lessons learned from them. And I explore and express this understanding of saying the thing. My deep compassion and admiration to do the next right thing comes from losing my brothers and father, and the lessons learned thereof, and taking that pain and that anguish that comes from being lost and broken and finding meaning in it, because it's brought me here right now. There's nothing I can do to change it. I accept what is. I accept that my brothers and father are waiting there for me under that shady tree in the fertile hunting grounds. And I accept the wisdom that's come along with their passing. My ability to have compassion for people in their situation and compassion for myself and the younger man that went through that struggle and knowing he did the best he could to help other individuals, to be a kind, compassionate human being. Never love someone twice, because the second time you love them is just memories. AZ, that's a good one. It's a good one, right? Once you lose love and it's broken and lost, maybe it's time to let go and allow the page to turn, right? I appreciate that. Joey, that's sad to hear. I always love to hear stories of people and see many who have helped, so I help them with any time I get. Thank you, Joey. Well, that's what we do, right? Because of the struggle we've been through. Joey, I can already tell you're going to be a valued member of the turtle herd here. You get it, right? You get what we're doing here. We're weathering the burden together, as my father would insist, right? We're opening up. We're having real conversation. We're finding that line between rumination, or between reflection and rumination, and we're balancing it, because there needs to be a balance there. We can't let go completely and never think about it, because the lesson will be lost, right? But we can't be lost in it and ruminate forever either. Thank you guys for continuously sending those things. Just as a nice little reminder that those things really help the channel to grow. If you decide to subscribe, you're a member of the Turtle Herd. AZ says hi. We appreciate you, AZ, and everything you got to say. The little hundos help a lot. 61% of people have a hard time letting go. Well, I get that. I get it 110%. And we're working on that today. Today's not an easy day. We might be letting go of this thing, but it symbolizes the last connection that I have with someone I love deeply. It's like a worn down pair of jeans with 1,000 patches on them. I've made it work. I've made it last, and I've made it happen. And you almost can't even fathom that it's time to let go. But it is. It's time to let go. But yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more about me, Joey, stick around, brother. We'd like to learn a little bit more about you too. What makes you tick? What brings you here? What inspires the compassion in your heart? What has given you the inspiration and motivation to push beyond the fear to become something more? What has allowed you to turn the page, per se? Like I said, if you really want to hear who I am, that 988 live way back about a year ago will scream everything that I am. And hopefully we can take a little wisdom and knowledge from that, and we can push forward, because the big part of that is to say the thing today, to do the thing, to make the phone call, to stop putting it off. It's going to feel, when you're on the precipice of skydiving, that's when all the anxiety comes. Take the leap, right? We're taking the leap right now, and we're standing on the precipice waiting. We've been waiting for weeks for this car to come back, and so they can help my brother get out of here. And I'm not good at the waiting game, and it's caused me a lot of anxiousness and anxiety, and it drains you in a way that nothing else can, because I can go out there and bust my ass every single day and be perfectly fine. But what I can't do is sit around and wait while I'm staring at all these things I can't do, because I don't have the ability to do it as time ticks on. But what I realized yesterday as well is that we all get tested. We're tested on a daily basis. I know that I want strength. I want fertility. I want, not fertility, I got so distracted. I want strength. I want the ability to accept what is, and I want to be able to let go, right? Well, Creator knows me enough to know what I need to gather those things. And that's going to come along with a little bit of heartache. It's going to come along with a little bit of a struggle. But I got to be adamant to weather the burden with the people I care for. That's why we're having this conversation together. Daywalker, relaxing. Well, we appreciate you, Daywalker. And I hope you're letting go today. Appreciate the hearts on the side of the screen. Again, all those little hearts and all those things help the channel to grow, help us to be acknowledged that this conversation is worth having. And if you're here today, you're meant to be here. I believe that wholeheartedly. A God of your understanding is going to take you exactly where you need to be. He's going to give you exactly what you need to have. He shows me that many times in my life, even though it doesn't come quick enough and it's not exactly what I think I should have. When I look back, I realize that I'm the luckiest person in the world. I had this man who took me in as a son, and these men that took me in as a brother. And in the moment, I always still felt like I was on the outside looking in. But now that they're on their journey, I realized that I wasn't on the outside. I was accepted fully. This conversation was the conversation I was having with my brothers and my father. And this conversation helps them on their journey, because we send them love every time we express the wisdom they've given us. Hello, Greg. 64. I'm looking for my son, Junior, but no, he has a YouTube account. If you have a reading this time, please come home. Greg, we will pray for you. If you want to put that into some of my comments on my channel, maybe he'll stumble across the Traveling Scott channel and he'll see it in the comments. Here it's just going to kind of disappear once it becomes a long form. I don't recognize that name. But he could come under a pseudonym, and maybe if you reach out to him on some of my comments, I'll pin him for you to the top of the comments. I'll do that for you, Greg. If you put that comment in some of my YouTube comments and some of my shorts and some of my long forms, I'll pin it to the top, and hopefully we can help you find your son. Miracles happen, brother. You got to have faith. I appreciate you taking the leap and turning the page. How do you let go after they give you many signs that they like you? AZ, that's a hard one too. If we're talking about letting go of a person, people don't really know what the fuck they want, man. And in moments they'll want you, and in other moments they won't. And that can be a tormenting yo-yo to be a part of. You let go by realizing that their actions determine what they want. The last woman that I was emotionally involved with, I had to stop listening to what she said. She loved me so deeply and so passionately and so intensely, and we were in love, and there was this beautiful thing that we had serendipitously had fell together and found each other. But her actions didn't live up to those words. She'd disappear for days and then accused me of cheating on her, and then and she was in such psychotic pain and anguish through her mental health issues that she wasn't addressing, that I understood completely, because I understand them, that I had to let her go, AZ. And it still torments me. She was an amazing human being. There's times where it still rips me apart that I wish I could have helped her heal, but we can't heal anybody. And that person that you're trying to let go of might believe that, that they want you and they love you, but their actions don't live up to that. Then do they really want you or love you? So that's the advice I would give. Omar, stop. Oh, thank you for letting go. Whoever, you have to ask them if they really like you. And that's the thing, yeah, take Joey's advice. You have to ask them, do they really like you, or do they just like the feeling that you provide for them, the way that you make them feel about themselves? Because they might just love that feeling. Yeah, I think my ex there, I think she loved that feeling of how I made her feel about herself when we were together. But as soon as I wasn't in her eyesight, it seemed like, the doubt and the fear and the pain like consumed her, and then it was this yo-yoing bullshit that was tormenting me. It reminded me a lot of my childhood. It brought up all this childhood pain and anguish of my mother, and how valuable I was when she didn't have a man, and how useless I was when she did, and how she allowed these people to beat on me and treat me like shit, and how she treated me when she thought she had something and when she didn't. And I really had to. And now here's the thing: do I regret that person that I love so deeply? No. There's some lessons there. It really pointed out the fact that child needed to heal, and I needed to let it go. So no matter how much it hurts, pull off the Band-Aid. Most of my girlfriends like the way I make them feel. I'm sure they do, James. See, James always here. Omar, that's sad. It is what it is, Omar. We got to accept and let go. Today's about letting go, helping our brothers and sisters figure out how. Williams, I wanted to be mentally strong. God give me some comfort in prison for 16 months. Amen. Williams, yeah, let's hope that I don't end up having to be there to gather strength, but you're right? He'll give us strength in ways that aren't what we think we should have. Hello from Kentucky, Robertson. Hello from Georgia there, Miss Robertson. Give thanks to the medicine wheel, to the four directions, the winds, the earth beneath your feet. Give thanks for this beautiful moment. Give thanks for the strength to let go. Give thanks for the person you've become because of the struggle, and push forward with compassion and love in your heart. And, do our best to find our way through the struggle. How do I get off the wheel? Omar, I'm not sure, man. You start by acknowledging the problem, right? How do you get off the wheel? How do you break the cycle of pain and anguish? You change your mindset and you do something different. Insanity happens when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you expect different results, man. If you're out there doing something different, then amen to you, no matter what that is. If it's not what you were doing yesterday, it might not be right, it might not be perfect, and it might not be the exact answer, but if it's not the same thing, I commend you for mixing it up. Mix it up there, Omar. That's the best advice I can give you. What is your favorite singer? Rob from Misled Utopia is my absolute favorite singer. Check them out in their YouTube channel. It's a very eclectic mix of beautiful music that Misled Utopia has. Other than that, Nako Bear and Sublime, those are the three pillars of my musical medicine. Hey man, you gotta try Butter. Yeah, man, peanut butter sounds good. Rod, yes, I let it go when you can. Rod, let it go when you can, as you can, as better, so much better than people. Forgive everyone. You're right, Rod. Because when we don't forgive them, we're holding the boulder of pain, man. We think that like forgiving them like gives them some kind of absolution. It doesn't change what they did. It doesn't. Forgiving someone doesn't change what they did or what the consequences should be for them. But forgiving them takes the weight out of our pack. It allows us to let go of that boulder of pain we're holding on to because of the resentment we have for this human being and their actions. Now, does that mean that you don't want justice? That you don't want you don't want it to be a certain way to make up for what they did or whatever? No. But we got to be humble and subservient to a God of our understanding and know that it's going to happen out exactly the way it needs to happen. Even if we are the righteous hand of that God at times. I believe that as well. We get tested there. Are you going to allow a child to be hurt in front of you? Are you going to allow a woman to get beat up in front of you? Or are you going to, we could say it's in the hands of God, but like God made it happen in front of you. Like, are you going to be the man that stands up against that tyranny that stomped you out as a younger child? That's where the test is. That's where the strength is. Johnny, there is an excellent saying, suffering can really claim one's mind and help one in letting go. Thank you, Johnny. We're going to do some more rolling here next time. That'd be a good quote if we were going to roll the dice. We're on a one die, and I'm having a good conversation. We ain't going to break it up with that. The Unstoppable. What's up, man? Chilling, brother. We're letting go today, good sir. The Junker is on its way for the old galactic avenger here soon. Lex, can I get a shout out for my homie YN? Yep, your homie YN. Forgive, never go back. You're right. Forgive, never go back. Forgiving doesn't mean that you keep giving them chances either. Forgiving them, a big part of forgiveness is understanding who they are. If I try to pet a snake and I get bit, am I going to hold resentments against that snake? It's a snake. Now, if I don't know it's a snake, if for some reason I think it's a cat, and I pet it and it bites me and I realize it's a snake, I know better. Don't pet it again. We learn these lessons. It's hard not to have resentments against people, especially when we realize what they really are. Dying. When I feel down, I go sailing. I was supposed to go sailing today for a week, but I got drunk yesterday, so I'm going to be tomorrow. Well, Dinovic. Well, go sailing tomorrow, brother. Maybe we could join you on the next adventure on the high seas. Can I get a shout out for my homie YN? There you go, YN, bro. Pan butter mass. It's all depends what she did though. Sometimes your business is better than getting shot. I guess you're right, man. But here's the thing, man. If you don't know, brother, I mean, if there was not even a woman, if there was a dude, right, getting jumped by 9 dudes, like, we don't know what he did, but he could get beat to death, man. Like, it's a hard thing to pull, man. You try not to get involved enough to not watch someone perish. Tyranny thrives when strong men do nothing, when strong women do nothing. Tyranny will destroy the world, brother. So we can't live in those what ifs. Nicole, thank you for stopping in today. We're letting go of the old Dodge Avenger, and I appreciate you being here. Sis, sorry for asking so many questions. Don't be sorry. We appreciate you. People suck, so I stay away. Omar, I highly recommend you go out there. And do you think everybody here sucks, Omar? I mean, it's a small group of human beings in the vast pool of life, but I think we found some pretty good people here. Craig, you look like Jim Jefferson. Okay. I mind my business. Well, when you're in need and someone drives on by and you wonder why, maybe it's because you mind your business, Crank. I'm not saying to jump in and beat anybody up. I'm not saying to whatever. I'm saying to be the voice of reason in a scenario that seems wrong for you. To stand up what's righteous doesn't mean that you're like some superhero who's going to go kick everybody in the head. But you do your best to kind of inject some reasoning into the scenario. Reminds me when I got hired at Quiznos. The manager was getting beat up by this bigger chick And then I could see her in the back just pounding her and pounding her, punching her in the face. And I'm like, what the? And everybody's just standing there watching this manager just get pummeled by this chick. And I went through the back doors, and I just put my hands on her shoulders and said, hey, man, you're about to go to jail. Like, you're on camera right now. You're beating up this poor woman. What are you doing? And she looked at me, and she was a big chick, dude. Like, she probably could have whopped me. And she just looked at me, and I pointed up at the camera, and then she ran off. Like, that was the next right thing to do. I had to go in there. Like, even if it was a dude, I would have handled it the same way, man. Like, ain't no need for me to go in there and start swinging, but, like, you're in there beating up this small person, man. You know, the boat and my daughter is the only woman I trust in my life. It's probably not a bad idea. We gotta, trust is something that's gained and earned over time. It's that equation of family, trust, respect, appreciation, right? Over time. Who they are is so much relatable, and its needs understood. It's that the best way to forgive. Okay, what they are is so much relatable, and it needs. Thank you, Johnny. We appreciate you, brother. Will you eat cement for me? $1,000. I'll eat a spoon of cement. Sounds good. You look like Flex. Thanks. What are you going to be driving? The school bus for now, Nick, which isn't ideal because the thing gets 4 miles to the gallon. But, hopefully we'll be painting some houses with Randy. We'll be able to get our finances back up. This trip kind of sucked the finances dry. It was supposed to be, the trip was supposed to be equaled out with Spark driving and door dashing, but it's been one more thing after another with the car and then trying to fix it. And then now it's completely shot under. Okay. You and your daughter, God damn it. AZ. K-pop group. All right, word. All right, with you be as gay as you want to be. You're welcome. And you're right. Watch your mouth when it comes to someone's daughter there. They're very inappropriate. And here again, then let's take it with a grain of salt, man. We can always block that dude. If he says something else, we will block him. Someone out there, James, somebody, please protect our new brother here by dropping this guy. What's the cement thing, man? What is this bullshit? What is your need to bring animosity into a conversation because you feel like you don't bring value in any other way? Is that what's going on? Then, figure out a way to be open and honest. Are you scared you'll be judged? Probably most likely. You're scared of being judged, so you want to come off with some bullshit and say something weird. Now, it didn't bother me, but you can't be going after other people and especially their children because you wouldn't say that to his face, I guarantee you. AZ said hi. We appreciate you, AZ. Chrome. Are you open to free speech? Of course, Chrome. Say whatever you got to say. We're gonna let you know if what you're saying is out of fear and anguish and trying to hand the boulder. And we're not gonna let you or anybody else in here say anything that's gonna really hurt anybody else. You don't talk about other people's children, even if it's some stupid joke because you don't know what else to say. If you can't be real, people move on. Be kind. Are you open to free speech? We are. Chrome. Lomo Chrome. Yes, sir. Please express yourself. His and hers, we appreciate you today. I forget who made the $5 donation there a while back, but we appreciate you too. Definitely helps out today. All of it. You guys being here. Unstoppable. Dude, you are on your way to some kind of enlightenment. I feel like this isn't your first go around. The plain blue dot. Hope, peace, and prosperity find you. Thank you, Unstoppable. Join me on the journey to enlightenment through the struggle, through the, I think a lot of people see Buddhist monks meditating and stuff, and they're like, wow, look how peaceful and enlightened this human being is. Without realizing that true enlightenment comes through struggle and anguish. Once you hit a point where you realize there's a problem in you and you decide to start working on it, when you tackle that problem, there's gonna be more realizations, more struggle, more angst to keep moving forward and keep growing, and it can be paralyzing at times. More reasons for that inner child to be broken, more lost hopes and dreams, more, Thor, if I will say something about someone on the internet, I will most definitely say it to their face. I'm with you on that too, but I don't think most people are like that. Most people that come on here that try to hand a boulder of pain wouldn't say a damn thing. But Thor, I'm with you on that, man. I speak from the heart, whether it be here with you or it be in person. Mitchell the Great, I have a question to ask. Feel free to ask the Great. Willie G, when was the last time you had a mental evaluation? I have therapy once a week there, good sir. I suggest you reach out and find someone to speak to open and honestly, so you don't have to ridicule and judge people that you have no knowledge of. But feel free to stick around for a while. Am I completely mentally well? No. I struggle with anxiety, grief, depression. I'm human. And I'm willing to openly, honestly communicate that. Are things hard for me at times? Without a doubt. Are there days where I can't form a sentence because I'm not sure what to say or what to do? Yes. But I'm getting better at it and stronger every day because of it, Willie G. And I see a therapist. We talk once a week, open, honest communication about what's going on with me and my thought process and my mind. And we go over strategies to not only cope with the anxiety and the stress, but to minimize it in my life. And I'm not ashamed of that at all. I have a few friends in my name, and she said I should be Sarah, baby, we're calling people a pig. Okay, Thor. Yeah, boomers spend too much time on the internet. I swear you'll take everything too seriously. Well, we try to do our best to take everything with a grain of salt, but for face value here as well. So maybe it's time to take stuff a little bit more seriously, my friend. Maybe it's time to stop joking and thinking that you can say whatever you want. Maybe only say something to someone on the internet that you'd say to their face. Maybe that's a way to start living. Camera, Thor, plus he just says he believes in free speech, but get mad when someone kid says he wants to. I didn't get mad when some kid said that I wanted to eat some meat. I made a joke about it. But when he asked one of our followers to feed cement to their daughter and to him, like that, it's insulting. And the dude took it as an insult. So therefore, I stood up for the follower that was on here. I didn't firmly get upset. I wouldn't even got upset if that dude didn't get upset. But I feel like if we're here together and something bothers you, I'm going to stick up for what's bothering you, man. I believe in free speech, but I also believe that we should recognize and stand up to these things that are inappropriate. It's inappropriate for you to say say something more clever than that. Have a good conversation. Have a real conversation instead of trying to spout out of the mouth because you have nothing else to say. Because you're a broken small child trying to hand a boulder of pain, trying to get someone frustrated, which he did. You know, one of our followers here, which is reasonable. You're gonna say something about someone's daughter, bring someone's daughter into it, like. I do believe in free speech, but you're going to hear my perception of what you should or shouldn't be saying. Are you prescribed medication? You are mentally illness. Are you? I take some CBD, and L-theanine are the two things that I use to kind of settle my nerves: meditation, reflection, and hope. I have been on medication in the past for anxiety, and I don't judge anybody who may be or may be thinking about it. I believe that mental health is something that is an individual journey, and the medicine's different for all of us. His and hers, kid rocks. You guys don't try to ruin his because you don't have anything. Thank you, his and hers. Scott is my friend. Damn straight, brother. Consider you a friend too there, his and hers. Camera's been there. AZ, who said they would to eat cement? It's just stupid thing some kid said to one of our followers. He asked me if I'd eat cement, and I told him for $1,000 or something. Then he told one of the followers was trying to get him and his daughter to eat cement or something. Just said something stupid that irritated one of the people on here. So I told the kid that this is bullshit. Not even kind of. He has a lot on his plate. Yeah, we're moving forward today, giving up on the expectations of what is. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you to everybody who decides to click on the side of the screen over there, helping to grow the conversation. We do appreciate your point of view, but if you come in here to hand a boulder of pain, we're going to call you out on it. This is how it's going to go. It's very easy to recognize the people that are in pain. All you can do, your best. That's it, Joe, and I'm doing my best here, brother. I personally never saw something bad to someone, not on the internet and not in real life. I walk away, not because I'm afraid, but because it never done me any good to be mean. I'm with you on that. I never understood that either, right? I mean, there's a lot of animosity and pain in people's hearts, and you don't know how far they're going to go, right? I try to diffuse situations when I'm put in there with compassion and logic, to the best of my ability. But if I don't say the thing because of my compassion, or because of my childhood trauma or whatever, I hold resentments against myself, and I don't want to do that. His and hers. How many hours have you been live? I don't know, like an hour and 26 minutes. You even seen Dexter? I watched Busy. I watched the first like 3 or 4 seasons, and then kind of gave up on it. I'm holding up there, PK. How are you doing? His and hers. Double tap the screen, says his and hers. People live show love. Yeah, we appreciate that. Keep sending hearts and hundos up there to the side. That helps stimulate the channel as well. Helps grow the conversation, bring some people in to help continue the conversation. Take my boulder. It has moss. Okay, Krankenstein. Hey, Z, if you had $1 million, what would you do with the money? Throw it in the bank and live off the interest. How about that? You live pretty well off $1 million worth of interest. My girlfriend bought me a $300 gaming headset. That's awesome, Butter. Isn't there? Scott will always be there if you need, friend. I appreciate that, his and hers. Leaning on you guys today. We're here weathering the burden together, saying goodbye to the Galactic Avenger, his and hers. You've been in it with us and through, you've been through it with us and in it with us this entire time, and I appreciate having you, man. Saying goodbye to this thing that may be a little bit beat up, maybe held together with duct tape and zip ties and a little bit of love and appreciation, and maybe tied to some memories of someone who we love deeply who started their journey. It's easier to let go when we reflect on what we have still and know that when we're being forced to let go, sometimes most of the time it's for our best interest. We're going to grow. We're going to turn the page, and we're going to have to do something about it because we've been living in comfortability with this car for a long time, even though it's been uncomfortable, right? I could have done something about it a while ago, but I didn't. Country, how long have you had the Avenger? 5 years, maybe. About 4 or 5 years, probably, I think, Country. Like I said, it's made it to Key West, and we spent 6 weeks in the beach living. If you're ever in St. Pete, there's a bridge that goes out of St. Pete. You want to hit that second rest area. Instead of going to the rest area, you go towards the pier, and there's about a 1.5 mile strip of sandy beaches and palm trees with a little drop off to the ocean where you could park there and stay. I stayed there for 6 weeks in this thing. I got a job at Twisted Metal. If you ever need parts down by Bradenton or St. Pete, I recommend you check out Twisted Metal. Good guys. Are there any lives at Florida in it? No. Since I started the YouTube channel, I haven't been back to Florida. Maybe there was. I don't think I started the lives since I've been back to Florida. There are a couple shorts in the beginning from some of my older videos. I hadn't really got into using my older videos because I was doing a video journal for a couple years before I started the YouTube channel, which I was actually just talking about. Maybe I should go back through my old memory cards and go back through my old memory cards and find all those, because there's some really interesting adventures, to be honest with you. Some real awesome adventures, actually. I actually spent about a week, or I spent a few days in Disney World. If you're ever in Disney World, the only free parking anywhere around Disney World is the orange parking lot in Disney Springs. You can park there for free between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. You go and park there, and there's a shuttle bus service that takes you around to all the different resorts. So I spent a full day just kind of resort hopping, just checking stuff out, finding a little sneak spot to take some medicine here and there. The incognitus, and I found 3 resorts where you can go swimming for free. You just got to walk up like you own the place. The Dolphin is a giant lagoon-shaped beachside-looking pool that you can just walk up to. The Port Orleans Riverside has 3 major swimming pools with waterfalls and jacuzzis, and what is the other one? The Floridian Resort and Spa. Those 3, there is no gate to get into the pool. So as long as you go, get off the bus, go walk around the resort a little bit, come out of a side building, and walk up to the pool. There's a rack of towels right there, and there's a little mini bar. You can do your thing. But yeah, I spent the first day kind of scoping out where I possibly could go swimming, and I spent the next day chilling out in that Floridian Resort and Spa. If you're there at 9 o'clock, they have a riverside water light show that's Disney. That's a part of one of the Disney World resorts. Sit there and watch that, and then hop over to the Continental and watch the fireworks over the castle there. But that was one of my favorite adventures, and I've got all that kind of on videos I can make shorts out of, or even just videos. I just never did. Sorry, got to go to sleep. AZ, it's okay. Electric Light Circus. That's the one, country. Electric Light Circus. But if you're at the Floridian Resort and Spa there, in their 18-person jacuzzi, you can kind of just chill, because you can just walk right in as long as you act like you own the place. I did have a dude, are you a guest here? Of course I am. What's the problem? And then they just walk away. It takes a little bit of gusto to do so, but it was a fun time. I got to hang out with a few different couples that were there with their families and have nice conversations, and and enjoy the jacuzzi. Omar said to Mr. Bean, you're within LOL. Mr. Bean. Yeah, that's what so here's the thing, man. Yeah, I definitely did Mr. Bean it a couple times, especially then. I'd love to show you guys. I gotta make some shorts out of those to express that. We ended up on the rooftop restaurant of the Continental, or the Contemporary, without even realizing we shouldn't have been there. It was definitely a Mr. Bean moment. We jumped onto an elevator, ended up on the 14th floor, and got off. They said, welcome back. I said, oh, thank you. And I walked over. There's like a free mini bar of snacks and sodas. I had some snacks and sodies, walked to the end, and walked up from the edge. You can go up onto a balcony and go up to that rooftop restaurant. And I kind of checked out that rooftop restaurant, watched the fireworks with a bunch of people, and then realized that I couldn't get back on the elevator without a card. So I had to sit there and wait for somebody else to get on the elevator to leave that, because I wasn't even supposed to be there. But yeah, it was a fun time, man. And that was just a testimony to kind of, being carried to exactly where you need to be. In that moment when I had that time was the first time that I had seen that fireworks show since me and my mother went there when I was younger. And she had passed, and it was exactly what I needed to let go and to reflect and appreciate the connection with my mother. But yeah, will you really can't go meet somewhere and get your mouth on your like a bitch? Oh, you really can't go meet somewhere and get someone's running their mouth, pits and crank off. Well, we hope you find some compassion, appreciation, and hope, whoever it is. And we're doing our best to be subservient, and to set down the struggle and the pain, and to turn the page in a beautiful, appreciative way. Hopefully this dude will be here soon. Kind of hoping my niece will still show up today too, because it'd be nice to take a load to the dump. She's hopefully waiting on her car. Will hopefully come in tomorrow. It's been 3 weeks of them telling us her car will be ready, so that we can actually get this stuff out of my brother's house, so I can get moving forward and head back. He's on the good stuff. No, not crank. It's all good, brother. I know you're out there doing the next right thing. I figured maybe we'll hang out here until the junkyard, the tow truck comes. Fingers crossed I'll actually take this POS once they get here. Send a little love, a little appreciation, a little hope. I appreciate all the hearts and smiley faces and whatnot. Appreciate the open, honest communication today, man. Today is one of those days where I feel like I can actually express myself, which is a blessing. And I appreciate you guys being here, so we can express ourselves together to the best of our ability. What are you? Smack. That's the tribe, the Smackahoe tribe. I've heard of that one. The Wedapgawi tribe too. That's what me Al used to always say. We're part of the Gawi tribe, because Gawi right now. My wife asked me every day, show break up, Rob bank account. Oscar, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Can we see it getting towed? Yeah, well, we're gonna hang out here. Hopefully, the guy's supposed to be on his way to tow this bad boy. Where is Molly? I'm not sure. He's supposed to be on his way. I mean, I'm to be honest with you, it's only $250 that they're supposed to be giving us for this thing, but I'm kind of hesitant that they'll even give us that, man. Once he sees the thing, the other guy didn't even text me back. The other guy, the other junkyard, he said send me some pictures, and I sent him inside and out pictures, and he never even texted me back. You don't want that. I mean, the engine and tranny in this thing are solid. You know, if a junkyard gets it, they can pull that and make some money off the $250. Other than that, whatever's left in scrap, I guess. Just patiently doing my best to wait, right? Let's wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait has been the theme of this trip, and it's been... but today I'm feeling a little bit more patient, feeling a little bit more clear, feeling a little bit more appreciative. Let's see. We just got a message from somebody or something? No, we didn't. But yeah, we're taking our time, brothers. Appreciate everybody joining us in the last day in the old Galactic Avenger as we wait to get her hauled off to the junkyard, reflecting on the beauty of it, right? It's just like losing a companion. It's just like losing a part of yourself. You know, it's not as intense as someone you love, but there's a connection there to someone I love, letting go of this thing, right? And, you know, how simple it's been and how much easier it makes it. I don't have to make the decision. I don't have to find another car. Well, all that's out the window, and I'm being forced to do so, and that's all right. I'm appreciative to be forced to do so. 109, I think 54% of people have a hard time letting go. I appreciate your truth. I appreciate you guys speaking your truth today, because we are letting go. We're letting go of a big part of our adventure. But feel free to check out the Galactic Avenger and its playlist. There's a lot of fun shorts in there of what we've done to keep it running, keep it warm in here in the winter. There's a lot of awesome stuff in the shorts as well. I got a chunky little bunny, cool little stuff we found along the way, free arcades, and natural water slides, and Parthenons and whatnot that are all worth checking out in the in my playlist. The channel itself is mostly shorts, but there is a couple long forms that are worth watching. One in particular, Coffee Talk, if you feel like checking that out. It helps me turn the page when I'm feeling stuck and anxious and lost. And yeah, not forced, just what the need bigger nails for the window to stay shut. Shut. Yes, sir. Let go. Her damn straight. Today's about letting go. His and hers. Appreciate you deeply, brother. Appreciate you deeply. I was considering coming in to see you in Pennsylvania on the way back, but I got to get back to New York because that chunky little bunny, you know, my neighbor is not too happy with continuously having to take care of that bunny, considering I was supposed to be back a couple weeks ago, and we've been playing the waiting game here for my brother's truck to be done. Yo, Beast, it's good to see you today. You're in it to win it. The last day in the Galactic Avenger with us. We're letting go to the best of our ability, finding strength and appreciation in what is, not what we think should be. And with that, nope. I keep hearing cars and I get all excited, like, here it comes. Here they come. It said about a half hour, so we should be here at any time. I can feel the tension building. Hopefully they'll just take this POS off of our hands, give us the couple $100 to get home, and we'll be able to do our best to do what we got going on. Are you going to keep pushing forward with the element there, James, despite your wife's adamant nature about how she doesn't see the possibilities in it? Yeah, he should be about to pull up here any soon. He said about a half hour ago. Me too, James. Me too. Me too there, Jameson. Me too, good sir. Yeah, anytime now. It's that precipice, right? It's that the page will turn. How's your day going? It's going all right. Living on the precipice, living on the brink of this moment. I struggled with making the final decision and the final phone call this morning to let go of the car, but that's what we're talking about today. It's time to let go, man. It's time to stop struggling in the past and worrying about what or could or should be. It's time to understand that whatever's happening is happening for our own good. It's happening for us, not to us. There, Beast. Jamie from Cornell, from England. Jamie, awesome. Yeah, we're getting rid of the old Dodge Avengers, the blown subframe bolt and bushing. We got to know our limitations. And to be honest with you, if it worst came to worst and this car was worth a little bit more and I didn't run it into the ground and it wasn't about to just be out of inspection, maybe we'd give it the old go. But we're actually on a short time frame here because as soon as we can get our brother's stuff moved out of here, we got to start heading back to New York. 111, 55% of people. Well, I hope we're helping you let go today, Jamie. Jamie's mom. All right, Jamie's mom. Hope you're holding on tight. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, especially when the page is turning, especially when it feels like whatever you've built is crumbling and there's no point in anything. You're not alone. You're human. You might be able to be motivational and inspiring at times. You might be broken and lost at other times. We accept who you are in any given moment as you accept me for who I am as we push forward. The turtle herd, right? We weather the burden together. And that means weathering the burden of struggle and angst that comes along with living without resentments, without expectations that breed those resentments. And yeah. Jimmy, what's up, brother? Hey, they're gonna give extra for the power steering cap. I think so. We're gonna have to let them know. Listen, man, it might not have power steering, but it's got a cap on there, so I'm gonna need another 50 cents. It does run and drive, but the main bolts, one of the bolts that holds on the subframe snapped, and both the bushings that I can see are blown out. We changed one shock. We should have changed them both, but that might have just prolonged it long enough for me not, to make it a little bit farther than here. So I stopped. I'm not going to live in the what if anymore, brother. No, I think it's dead. It runs. Oh, it runs. Yeah, it'll run. It'll drive. It'll move. It's just not safe to drive anywhere. Well, like a horse with a broken leg. Yeah, it's probably going to tumble over with me on it. Or me in it. I took it for a drive to the groceries or to right around the corner a few days ago to make sure we had food in the house because we're both kind of stuck here. And it was a white knuckle drive just around the corner and back because the thing wants to like turn into traffic and turn off towards the day. You got to keep compensating. Say, if you can get it to PA, I might know somebody to give you 500. It's all right, brother. I appreciate that. I thought maybe 500 would be on the agenda, but 250 is on the agenda here in Georgia. I appreciate it. We're not making it to Florida or to Pennsylvania in the old Dodge Avenger. We are not making it. There's no way. No whizzle. We can't replace just the bushing I called in. Yeah, thanks, Crank. Yeah, we don't have the tools to change that out, man. And then plus, like, you don't have to disconnect this, that, or the other thing. This is an older New York car, man. There's going to be a lot that's going to go along with it. So it's time to just let go. I've come to terms with that fully. It's time to let go of our inability to accept what is, man. It really is. It's time to let go. And I appreciate you guys helping me feel a little bit more stable about it. Beast, tell me about the time when you bought this car for the first time. Well, it had been my cousin's girlfriend's car for some time. And then they let their brother use it, bought a new car, or her brother. And then when it came back to him, I didn't have a car. I just had the work van. And Jimbo offered it me for $1,800, and so I took it. And when the only cab job that it had was this little switch down here, which turns off the power to the radio, because if you don't turn it on days, it tends to kill it. Salt in New York is ridiculous. It is 4 MK and a half. But yeah. Yeah, and you guys keep in mind, we got a Between Worlds Festival coming up in Georgia. We're going to be selling handmade lemonades at the Between Worlds Festival. Hand squeezed lemonades brought to you by Raverade, the new concept me and Rob from Misled Utopia are spearheading. We're still going to be doing that. We're going to make that happen, good, bad, or indifferent. You change that air pump. So that air pump has helped a lot because at least the tire's not flat right now, because I had to pump it up yesterday because that tire keeps going flat. And that's the whole thing too, the subframe and then the other shock and then the new tires and the God knows whatever else breaks when we try to replace the subframe. Too much going on. It's time to let go, especially where I'm at. It's time to let go. All the what ifs, the shouldas, the couldas, the wouldas. We're letting go of all that BS together today, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I'm hoping to stick around until they show up. We can bid farewell to the Galactic Avenger together. Maybe I'll take you on a little walk around. Something. Country, you got your 1800. I definitely got the 1800 worth out of it. Just spending that 6 weeks at the pier in St. Pete, working the Twisted Metal there, pulling engines. I mean, that trip, let alone the last trip where me and Rob started to become real close, and I got to spend some serious time with my sister. And then this trip, despite how it played out, I wouldn't have it any other way because I can be here. I was able to help my niece get to Atlanta and her move out. I was able to be here with my 1-year-old niece and form a relationship with her. It's good work vehicle type deal. Yeah, well, and that's what the bus is going to be, is like a good work vehicle type deal for now, hopefully. I don't know. And it's okay not to know. It's okay not to be sure, especially when it comes to letting go. Hey, not all the bolts. It comes apart after the night soak in WD-40. Yeah, I know, right? We got lucky with that shock. And but we did our best, man. We did our best. And that's what I'm holding on to. I'm not holding on to the fact of what I should have done, right? Maybe, if I could have changed both the shocks, if we would have done that, maybe it would have held off. Again, we got to accept what things are, because we could have changed both those shocks. That bolt could have held out till halfway to Indiana, and it could have blown out on us, and we could have been in serious trouble on the side of the road. We don't know why things happen the way that they happen, and we won't know until the end. We got to accept what happens and know that it's happening for us, not to us. I believe that fully. Can you show the car for the last time, brother? Of course, Beast. Let's take a look at the car. We'll start off on the inside with the steering wheel, some stickers from my nieces, our Raverade stickers, some Bun scannable Next Right Thing stickers, some artwork on the inside of the car. We have no more ceiling there. Usually there isn't a passenger seat. There's usually a kitchenette sitting there. There's no inside door, because we tore that apart to whip the window up, and we hold that together with a piece of wood. This piece of aluminum here, aluminum tape, holds the window shut. That happened one winter, last winter, to make sure it didn't snow in my car. These were the first winters of the old of the dice rolling game when we started it. A little bit of artwork from about a year ago. I think it's holding up all right. Some new 17-inch tires on rims that I got from Pick and Pull up there for $75 before I left New York. And some artwork depicting our adventurous lifestyle. And some zip ties holding the bumper together, because the bumper decided to break into a bunch of pieces when this tire blew the last time. So instead of fixing it the right way, we zip tied it. And then, yeah, some artwork on the back. There was a gas tank there. We took the gas tank and the heater out. That'll go into the trunk or that'll go into the old the school bus. And then some more artwork on the back here. But yeah, a little bit of all of us, a little bit of everything in every given moment. And don't forget about the plexiglass back window. There is a short where I smash out my back window, and then that's connected to the long form where me and Home Depot parking lots fighting with the wind to clean all this up. We put some self-tapping screws right through into the metal. We put a little sealant gap or sealant goo before we screwed that down, and then we put on this flex tape, and that's been about a year and a half there, and I think it's worked out well. We actually got a gas cap. But yeah, that's the old Galactic Avenger for you. hope these guys are showing up sometime soon. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Ta-da-da. Busting out the back windows was one of my favorite. Yeah, that was one of my favorite shorts too, brother. Because here's the thing: if you're out there tormenting yourself today, at least you didn't smash out your back window, right? And then we handled it. And how serendipitous was that? We went to like the nearest gas station with a bunch of vacuums, and I talked to the management, and he was like, "Dude, I got you." And he just like turned the vacuum on continuously, and he let me vacuum all the glass out of the back of the car, man. You would have been stuck with me. You lost your mind. It's all right, brother. Busting out the back window. Yes, it was. China action off parts on the live stream. We should be auctioning off parts on the live stream, right? Sal, it's good to see you, brother. I'm glad you find entertainment in the old Galactic Avenger. Feel free to check it out in the lives and in the shorts. My car, the Galactic Avenger. Something. Anyway, thanks, brother. No problem, Beast. We appreciate you wanting to see it, wanting to be a part of it, wanting to let go one last time. And we don't have to worry about getting rid of this seat because we left the seat here about 1.5 years ago, and we're junking it from here so we can put the seat back in it and junk it with the seat. Don't be sorry about the back window, DV. That plexiglass has made it over 1.5 years, man. And it taught me a valuable lesson. Pay attention to where you're backing up. I backed up into a semi-truck trailer, and it didn't do anything to the trailer, but it smashed out my back window because I was backing up out of I was being the bull in the china shop, and it's all good. Lucas, good to see you. Divine Scent, W. LOL. Check out my car, the Galactic Avenger. You'll see exactly how we held this damn thing together with duct tape and love. LOL, 56% of people. Well, it worked great. It did. It worked great. We're junking the car. The plexiglass back window lasted longer than the car lasted. So, I think we did all right. I have a question. Lucas, feel free to ask. Beast, for how many money are you selling this masterpiece? $250, Beast. $250. I know. I wish I had a garage I could hang the door and the hood up in, but it is what it is. It's time to let go. We took the ceiling here, so we'll be able to hang that up somewhere and continuously add to it. I did find a van for $500. Needs a cool pack and gonna get it and make it into a camper. You inspired me, Mr. Scott. Thank you, Crank. Good. Now we can meet up, man. You can come chill. We could, once James gets his camper vehicle ready, maybe we could start a little caravan and we could head down to Florida this winter and spend some time chilling, And that's the goal when we get back to. I got a basic idea of what I want to do with the school bus so that it'll be ready for this Between Worlds Festival that we'll be selling lemonades in. Because despite the struggle, we're not giving up on that game plan. I want to see how it plays out, whether we sell lemonade or not. You're going to flip it. Awesome. I have a fever. Sorry to hear that, James. Lucas Horton. Will you go on a date? A date with who, Lucas? I don't date gentlemen. It's not my forte. I appreciate the offer. If you mean you. So this is the last time with the car. This is it, Beast. This is it. 86. How long are you homeless? I'm not homeless, 86. Stick around for a while, brother. I've got a home up in Kirkville, New York, with a chunky little bunny waiting for me. We travel and do the next right thing and travel minimally in the old Dodge camper car. There's usually a foam mattress into the trunk. There usually isn't a passenger seat here, but we had to clean it out because we got to junk it because it's finally hit its limit. But there is a home. I have a home, or a house. I wouldn't call it a home. Here with my brother is home. Home is where you make it. Home is where the love is. Home is where the people and the connections are. And that place is just a house to me that I have. I like to be a wandering soul and use that time and space to reflect and heal to the best of my ability. My favorite is camper ride. My fever is camper ride. You need a camper ride, brother. You need to come up to the Adirondack. You need to come up to New York if you can in the some of this good weather before it ends, or maybe next year, James. We'd love to take you up north, man, and really check out the Adirondacks. Some camping up there, or maybe this winter. If you get your ducks in a row and I get my ducks in a row, we can meet up in Florida. You with the old Element, me with the either whatever car I get minimally to travel, or the bus if we can figure out a way to afford it. If anybody's got any ideas of how we can make money traveling with a bus, that would be great. Beast, damn, brother. How many years do you have this car? About 6. It's got 256,000 miles on it, and it's gone here, there, and everywhere. It's dangerous in New York. 86, not at all. There are some dangerous spots everywhere, man. There's hoods everywhere you go, brother, but you stay away from the hood, you be all right. You don't belong there. Stay away from the res if you don't belong there. Not to say that these places should be condemned or anything like that, because it's just a different lifestyle, and if you're not welcome there, if you're not living that lifestyle, which is understandable, unless you're looking for something, or unless you live there, you're not welcome, and that's understandable, I guess. But there's a lot of Kirkville, New York is not dangerous. It's dairy farms and hiking, and New York City is 5 hours away. The Adirondacks is closer than New York City. I'm in the hood. Krankenstein's in the hood a little bit, but it's a nice place. I like the hood you're in. It's not as bad as the hood in Syracuse. It seems like everybody around there is pleasant enough, and during the daytime. I took your word for it and didn't go out at night, but seems like everybody out there we met's pleasant enough. And that's the thing too, man. Everybody's out there living in all these different places. You can't generalize the place, I prefer to stay out of the city and out of, the urban areas, and stick to my Kirkvilles, North Syracuses, kind of stuff. But, oh man, 6 years, so many memories. Yeah, damn straight, dude, especially where it came from, man. I'm glad you're acknowledging that, Beast. Thank you, brother. It's not just this car. It's the memory of Jimbo, where I got it. He's on his journey. He passed away a couple years ago, and, there's some animosity there for myself for it not being different and for us not talking when he passed. But all that it's time to put all that to rest, man. I've already put all that to rest. I know what I needed to learn from his passing. And I hope that you guys can take that lesson and learn without being burned. Stand up for what you need, especially the people you love. It's okay to be adamant about what you need. You don't need to just be passive all the time because they got something better going on or this or that. If they tell you you're going to do something, hold them responsible. Don't let it pile up until you're so angry at them that you're willing to fist fight someone you love because you let it go too far. And was it all my fault? No, it wasn't all my fault, but there was a lesson to be learned there. Beast, so what are your favorite future plans, brother, after this? We're keeping it simple. The future plans there, Beast, just to get my brother to Indiana, to empty this house out as soon as we get his car back, when my niece gets her car back, so we can get his truck back. We're going to empty this house out, clean it up, get him packed up to move up to Indiana. I might go with him just to be able to see Sally for a day because I really wanted to see Sally. Maybe fix that water real quick if I can get the water off for a second so I can hook up the toilet, but all the cutoffs were cut off. All the shutoffs were cut off. And that's and I never got around to actually hooking up the bathroom after I remodeled it. Or ice cream. Sell cupcakes in Florida. I like that one. Or sell ice cream. I like that one too. I did have this idea a while back for Sunday's Cafe, where we just had like a little Sunday bar, and we sold coffees and iced coffees and stuff like that. And you just sell coffees and ice cream, and I thought that would be a cool one. But for right now, we're starting off simple. We've never had a food service thing of my own, so we're going to start off with the Raverades. We've already got the stickers. We've got a bunch of glow sticks and glowy items to sell along with our lemonades. We have a concept to flavor infuse our lemonades, which I think is going to be great. A little flavor shot here and there at no extra charge. Comes with a glow stick, hand squeezed lemonade. So you either get lemonade, watermelon, grape, or apple water or green apple. We're going to be the 3 flavors to kind of signify those glowy, that glowy kind of look. And we're going to be at an EDM festival. I mean, it's a music and art festival, but a lot of these bands are electronic dance music. And who doesn't like lemonade when they're out there dancing? I'd like that too, man. We should. James, why don't we go to Florida? We'll figure it out, man. If I can make some money, maybe we can get to Florida and rent a boat and rent one of those bananas, man. That would be awesome. I've always wanted to do that too. To let the business ideas out. You know, maybe we could like go to the beach and then like charge people to pull them on the giant banana thing. I think I know what you're talking about. I hope this guy shows up. It's been well over a half hour. He said a half hour, 40 minutes, so hopefully he'll show up. But anybody feel like rolling the dice one last time in the old Galactic Avenger? Take a chance, take the leap. It won't be the last time that we play this game we've developed here together, but it'll be your last time to play it here in the old Galactic Avenger. Let's see. We got one die, so we can roll it a couple times for you if need be. James, shh, don't let the business idea. Beast. Me. What about me, Beast? Are you gonna go to the Between Worlds Festival? There's Something Heady is the website. You can check out the website that Rob designed for Misled Utopia. Check out Misled Utopia on their YouTube channel. Even if you just want to check out who's going to be at this festival. Supposedly I'm going to be a featured artist. Hopefully that's another thing that we can line up. If not, we might have to drop that if I can't, organize that with everything else. But roll the dice, brother. For you, Beast, I got you. I'll roll the dice for you. I'm sure you liked. There's a 2, and there's a 4, which is 6 is nothing. There's a 1, and there's a dead as nothing. There's a 6, and a 6. There's the doubles we were looking for, Beast. We'll get you onto the old Galactic Avenger before we send her off to the junkyard. Right there. What do you say, Beast? Bam. What do you say, Beast? Does that work? Forever commemorized. Canadian banana. Hi, Canadian banana. We were just talking about those banana pulley things behind boats. Now, James he's always wanted to get one of those. What we are talking about is letting go. Letting go. How it feels to be on the precipice when we're ready to let go. We've done all the things. We're sitting here waiting for this dude to come up, take the car, and give us a check. No problem, Beast. We appreciate you being here, man. Get in. Do you poop today? I pooped twice today. Good. Not good. You look like you got a regular flow. I usually go in the morning. I know it's a weird conversation to have. I appreciate you being concerned. Yes, I did. I wake up in the morning, and that's like the first thing I usually do. That's how my system's set up. But yeah, I appreciate your concern, brother. Thank you. Did you like, share, subscribe? Did you like and subscribe? Are you a member of the turtle herd? Did you decide to come in and openly honest communicate toward a little bit 20 place 20 unknown? I bet you pull all the ladies, you handsome stud. Aw, 20. Thank you so much for the amazing compliment. I'm feeling a little bit handsome today. I just cut my hair yesterday, and I appreciate that. I feel like a handsome gentleman today. Thank you. Unknown, very much appreciated. I'm sure you're looks like a woman, and I appreciate that. Maybe not. I hate to assume. It's so hard here. Making these connections in this way, for me especially, but I appreciate that. Stick around for a while. There's some comedy on the shorts. There's some seriousness. We discuss mental health. We discuss our options. Today we're discussing letting go, unknown. It's just a meme pick. Okay. Well, we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate your compliment. That means a lot to me, especially today. I haven't been feeling so attractive lately. So yeah, it's nice to have the compliment. We appreciate you. Doing my best. Like I said, I put the effort in, cut my hair yesterday. I think it's looking pretty good, but the head to beard hair transfer is smooth and looks good. Thank you. Thank you. That's something I've been working on for a while. Believe it or not, no one's cut my hair since I was like 15 years old. That we do, Mitchell. Bro, if someone asked about this car to you. Bro, if someone asked about this car to you. What do you mean, Beast? I'm not sure what we're talking about. Someone asked about the car? What would I say? I would say it's the old Galactic Avenger. She's brought us here, there, and everywhere. It's been the topic of conversation with almost every human being I've met along my adventures, because we travel minimally in the Dodge Avenger here, ripping the back seats out to put a mattress in. The passenger seat was gone, little kitchenette to cook. you know, and that's what part of what started this channel. Everybody's out there like doing all this stuff and spending years building these things, and like you know, the idea for the Galactic Avenger evolved throughout some years, and it took a while. But we were able to travel minimally, and not only travel minimally, but make money as we go. Spark driving, door dashing, Instacarting for a while. You know, getting a gym membership for $25 a month to Planet Fitness kept us clean on our adventures. And we found some amazing places together. I personally enjoy seeing cars barely holding on, driving around. Yeah, me too. That's been part of this like running joke too, right? This kind of wink and nod to the old Jimbo who passed away, who sold me this car, my cousin, because he was a mechanic. And anytime I cob jobbed something together and made it work, he'd always tell me I was shot and laugh at me. So I can kind of hear it ringing in my head every time I zip tie another thing together, or plexiglass the back window, or if you check out the playlist, My Car, the Galactic Avenger, you'll see all the shenanigans. We taped a fork to the front end of the car so it would be illuminated so I could tell if the front light went out. Dude, he would have loved that. Like that, it fixed it. It worked, right? So when the light would go out, I just pulled over, tap the light, and it would work for a little bit longer. And there's our truck right there. Let's get out of here, guys. Bear with me for a little bit. Here, hang on. We're gonna set you down right over here while I go do what I gotta do, get this guy's stuff ready for him. You hang on tight. We'll be right back with you. All right, say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they're here to take it away. Just hang on, we'll be right back to the conversation. I gotta go talk to this guy. You guys entertain each other, and I'll see you here in just a few minutes. I do want to grab one of these there. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Say goodbye to the Galactic Avenger. Beast. This car looks like it went through World War II. Well, check out the shorts playlist, My Car, the Galactic Avenger. You'll see exactly what it went through. It has been around in a while. Let's be strong, guys. Let's hold it together to the best of our ability. I drove a Dodge Stratus. I never drove a Dodge Stratus, though, Mitchell. Thank you for the hearts, guys. Appreciation, love, and hope. Country, we appreciate you backing us up. It's easier to turn the page when we got a little bit of help and motivation there, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Beast. I'm glad you appreciate it. That's a lot. That's 400, man. If you want to contend with Lady J, she's commented on every single one of my shorts. Not to say that anything below that isn't appreciated, because it is. But yeah, viewer duration time on shorts and commenting means a lot. I hope you enjoyed the shit show, and I hope you're willing to push forward and let go to the best of your ability here. 55% of people. Well, we're working on it. We're letting go. Thank you, Stretch. 360, there you are. That's a quote from SNL. I am a very important person. I drive a Dodge Stratus. Okay. Thank you for enlightening me, 360. I appreciate you. You have to yell it like Farrell. I'm a very important person. I drive a Dodge Stratus, damn you. I drive a Dodge Avenger held together with zip ties and love. I can't say that anymore because I do not, and we're letting her go right now as we speak. Just remember all the best memories with the car when saying goodbye, brother. Thank you, Beast. IFV, you're right in time. We're about to say goodbye to the old Dodge Avenger. There, you got the truck waiting here for us. I think they're just getting paperwork done. And yeah, can we all have a minute of silence for the Galactic Avenger and then raise our glasses? Without a doubt. Thank you, country. Thank you for IFV. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to set you down and we'll deal with business with our new friend here who's going to take this Galactic Avenger off our hands. How you doing, brother? Well, I'm doing all right. That's actually my sister's, who's, but keep in mind if she decides to get rid of it, she's kind of indisposed at the moment, so. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with it. My brother said the head gasket blew or something. She'll probably be moving off, but I'm let her make that decision.
Back the roll bar?
They do. There's a wobble to it when you drive it because this side right here, the subframe on broke. That's the main issue of what I can't fix. There's no power steering for the need. The power steering line is broke, so I just left the power steering on it.
And there is a converter on it?
Yes. The engine and training worked really well, man. It's solid for the amount of miles that are on it. The engine and training. What's that? There's a connector there that I installed. There's a top that's just the connector I put onto the grill, but I didn't place anything on it. So great.
Fill it up.
It's a warm one, huh?
Set it, start up.
It'll start up just fine.
We'll pick it up.
Grab my ID real quick so I can put my ID, my license in there. Yeah, so it's I turned it. I looked up against the Master Sheet a while back. I used to have a kitchenette note right there. I got a gym membership to keep my ass in the Smart Drive DoorDash. It started off as a way to, if I'm smart driving up in New York, just kind of travel and find cool places. And it turned into a reflection of my father's wisdom, who's a great Native American man. His philosophy was do the next right thing and exceed your greatest expectations. And our channel has evolved into a community of people that are weathering the burden together. We communicate on the struggles in life. Today we're talking about letting go and pushing forward despite our expectations. And we reflect on my father's wisdom, you brought into this world going forward. Yeah. Cool stuff along the way. It's mostly shorts because I'm not a tech guy, but there's some cool stuff along the way that I found. If you're in the old school arcade games, there's a Battlegrounds arcade right here in Delton. During the Battlegrounds, it's like like a tchotchke shop or whatever, but they have a free arcade in the back that has like every arcade from our childhood in it for free.
Really?
Yeah, dude. With the Simpsons and Ninja Turtles and shit. It's called Battlegrounds.
Can I back that up over there, Rocky?
Yeah, do you want me to do it? Or?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to take you on the last cruise of the Dodge Avenger. He's about to give us cash for it, so we don't even have to cash a check. But he wants me to pull it around here so he can just back her up. Hooply-doo, hoody-do. Let's see. That should work. Whew, all right, time to say goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice to her. Make sure she gets the title. You're right there, Omar. Appreciate you guys. We'll see how that goes. Thank you for backing me up today, guys. It's easier to get things done and to do what we have to do. When we have a little backup. And I appreciate all you guys being part of this today as we say goodbye to the old Dodge Avenger. Her last moments. I can't see anything that you guys are saying, but find positivity and hope today, man. Do the thing. We don't want to be saying goodbye to the old Dodge Avenger. She took us everywhere, but we got to know our limits. And I'm pretty sure she's hit hers. I appreciate you guys being here for her last moments. Praising my POS camper car for getting us there. Praising you guys for being there every step of the way and backing me up. You guys are absolutely awesome. Stay tuned, because this isn't the end. This is just the beginning, right? It's going to force us to do a little bit more work to the school bus and find something that we could rely on a little bit better. Well, that's neat. Just kind of grabs the tires. There she goes. All right, brother. 246 or 245 or whatever. 245. Here's the key. And get 245. Well, it definitely made it worth the $1,800 I paid for it 5 years ago. I'll tell you that, bud. It's hard to let go of, man. It's like those old beaten, worn pair of jeans that you love, you know, that you think will last forever until the crotch blows out.
I deal with a lot of this shit.
Fucking A, man. I'm sure, brother. Well, hopefully you decide to join us on the YouTube channel, man, and, you know, fucking A, man. There's, like I said, there's some cool stuff on there. There's a playlist for my car. Like in my playlist, it's called My Car, the Galactic Avenger. You can see all the cob jobbing and bullshit and the places it's gotten us and how we used to have it set up. And yeah.
the first time I've used this truck. It got home at midnight.
Fucking A, man. You drove this thing back from there? It's from Texas? Oh, you bought this in Texas?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, look at that. We're breaking the mold today, right? We get to be the first one on your new truck. That's pretty cool, man. Fucking A, brother. Well, hopefully, maybe something on this can go to good use. Do you guys like scrap them out, or?
Sometimes they'll get scrapped out. Sometimes they'll take to use.
Yeah, the thing is that, dude, the engine and tranny in this thing runs solid, man. I was convinced it was going to run forever, but that New York salt got a hold of that bolt, you know?
Yeah.
I even changed the back spring last week thinking that I was going to whatever, but I should have changed them both, but I don't live in the past. You know, and I think that's what put the weight on that side, because the other spring should have been changed. And then by the time I got back here from my buddy's house, you know, this thing was wobbling all over the place with the way that bar was or whatever. It was something else, man.